How would you mentally prepare for a fight?
How would I mentally prepare? I'd actually see who I was fighting first, and then I would deciding on who I would fight. It wouldn't really matter who I fought. The mental part is, I think, the most important thing. I always try to stay mentally strong. I would just try to stay positive all the time, get in great shape. And that's part that pulled me through everything that I got in life. Pretty much is just never giving up and just always being in shape and always in my mind always thinking I was in better shape than the other guy. Whether I was or I wasn't, it didn't matter. As long as I thought in my mind I was, then that's it. That's how I looked at it.
And would you say fighters were mentally stronger back then than they are now?
I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, like the times from when I fought, and then kids now, and then me from like the 50s and 60s. Is it? I think the guys from the 60s and 50s had more grit. From the 70s and stuff, those guys didn't have all the stuff that we have now, or they got now. So I think like the more grit they have back then. But as far as tougher, probably not. But they were more like there wasn't as much stuff back then for them. They had to really work and. You know what I mean? And lift weights and like they didn't have the kind of weights we got now. They had all those heavy weights, so they didn't know all the plyometric stuff and all the different things we do now. But I don't think mentally, I think they were even tougher back then than now.
Tell me about when you fought Arturo Gatti for the first time. Today, you actually fought him 23 years ago.
Yeah, 23 years ago today. Yeah, I was in at Mohegan Sun getting ready. And I knew beforehand that it was gonna be a tough fight. I knew that we were both going off, well, not both, but I know I was probably gonna end up going to hospital or something. So, but I just knew. I didn't understand. I didn't realize how good it would be until it was over, obviously. But it was a nerve-wracking day, and everyone fighters die, nervous. Oh crap, you get no shake and nervous. You can control them, but you get a little bit of nervous is good.
Yeah. And was Arturo Gatti the toughest opponent you faced?
Oh yeah, right up of course. He some of the punches he took, and I don't know how he got up. Not the second fight, but the first fight, the body shot. I had to show how tough he was, and he always had that. The thing about Arturo is when he got hurt, that's when you better watch out. He was more dangerous when he was hurt than like it's weird. He just had that crazy like mindset or that way of like recuperating. Where when he got hurt, he was as dangerous being hurt as if he wasn't. So he was just a tough kid.
Yeah, I always hear the saying, a hurt fighter is a dangerous fighter.
Yeah, they are 100%. But there's certain fighters that are like that. He was one of them. I mean, obviously they're dangerous because a lot of guys in their day they just throw bombs. They don't know where they're coming in. A lot of guys just go down and that's it. But he was one of those guys that just got tough on when he got hurt.
How did it feel knocking out Shane Neary to become the WBU champion?
Oh, Shane Neary, it was good. That was probably my best accomplishment. I know the Gatti fight was and all that, but going on to London to fight for that championship and it was a good title back then, but now it's like whatever it is now. But he was undefeated, fighting in his own country, and he's from Liverpool. We fought in London. It was good. That was my best accomplishment. I thought I could do it.
And what was the happiest moment in your life?
Happiest moment in my life? Probably my daughter being born.
And what is one thing you wish you could change about your boxing career?
Nothing.
No regrets?
No. I did it. I trained as hard as I could. I fought as hard as I could. Never cut corners. So it is what it is. I never have guys that cut corners. Guys that didn't do the right thing when they get a little bit older in the 40s, 50s. They say, "Oh, I'm gonna come back now. I'm gonna be better. I'm smarter now." No. It ain't gonna happen.
Gonna get knocked down.
You don't do it right the first time, and you look back years later, you ain't gonna do it. And I have no regrets.
And what was your running routine as a professional fighter?
I used to run. That was my key thing I did in training. I ran so many hills, track work, hill work, sprints, everything, you know, the miles. I didn't do like a long, probably my long run would be like on a Sunday, maybe tops 8, 7 miles tops. You know what I mean? Or nice and slow. You know, slow just to get out there and do it. But I do like 3, 4, 5. I do like 6.5 minute pace.
That's good.
Yeah.
And how was it sparring Dickie, your brother?
Oh, it was good. It was frustrating because he was so, even back then he was like, wasn't at his best. Obviously, he was going through his troubles and stuff, but he was still one of those guys that I could never hit, couldn't catch him. Never, you know, he used to always pepper me. Move. And then one time I got him, I dropped him. He went down, and I was like, good. No, I don't mean it, but it was like I got him back. That was all these times when I was a kid. But he was great to spot when he made it.
Yeah, I would be happy dropping my brother and sparring him.
Right.
I once sparred my brother Frankie outside, right?
Oh yeah.
Sparred him outside. Didn't go too good for me.
Really?
Yeah, he's quick and fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how was it having your brother Dickie as your trainer?
It was good. It was good because he knew me like nobody else. Like he knew what made me click, what didn't. You know, I mean, he knew how to get me going. He knew how to like what to say to me. You know, that would make me keep coming. So it was really good. He knew me like nobody else.
What is your advice to up-and-coming fighters?
My advice would just be listen to your coaches. Train your ass. Train hard as you can in the gym. Give everything you have. The main thing is always be a good kid. I don't care what. I'd rather have someone say to me he's a good guy than he was a good fighter. Because that last fight only lasts so long. Being a good person, you last forever.
Who is the greatest fighter to ever live, in your opinion?
Well, I came from my era was Floyd Mayweather, obviously, without a doubt. Probably ever, of everyone. I mean, they like to say Sugar Ray Robinson, but I wasn't in the 50s. People don't give Floyd, they give him credit, but Floyd fought everybody. Regardless of whatever you think of him, he fought everyone. You know, he trained as hard as anybody else, even though he had all that. He still trained as hard as he did. So you got to give it to him. I mean, no one else like him in this generation.
Yeah, I like Floyd, but I feel like he would cherry pick most of his fights. I like him,
Yeah.
I'm a fan, but I feel like he would just cherry pick too much.
Well, he fought, people like
Yeah.
when they were a little bit older, but that ain't big. I mean, that was just the timing, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
I feel like he planned everything right in his career. Like, he got everybody at the right times.
yeah, I guess. But no, he was good.
Yeah, definitely. Because, like, he had good defense.
Yeah.
and all that.
When Floyd was younger, there was no one like him. In this era, anyway.
What's your opinion on Jake Paul?
I think he's people say this and that about Jake Paul. Jake Paul is great for boxing. All right, he's not a world champ or nothing, but I mean, he came from he never fought before. And look how far he's gotten.
Yeah.
He is doing better. I mean, can he be a champion? I don't know, or whatever. But look at all the eyes he's bringing to boxing.
Yeah,
All those YouTube people, he's making boxing. I'm not saying he is personally. He's bringing all these new people to boxing, which I think is great. So I think he's great for boxing.
Yeah, he's making a lot of money for himself.
And he's making fighters that wouldn't make nothing, like Mino Serrano, Amanda, like all the money she's been making now. She would get those purses if it wasn't for him. Not again, she's a great fighter too. She's a Hall of Fame fighter.
Yeah.
But it's not her. It's whatever. It's just the way it is. With Jakey, she's making money.
And what's your prediction on Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor?
I'll tell you. Katie Taylor, she's a tough girl. Amanda, that fight together, I pick her. I ain't gonna say one or the other because if both fights were either way,
Yeah.
So I just have to pick them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, both fights were really close.
Yeah. I think the third won't be the same.
Yeah, I thought Amanda Serrano won both fights, though. In my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of people think.
No,
Katie
right,
Taylor.
yeah. I mean,
mean, they were close.
Right, yeah, they were either way. Yeah, close.
Yeah, what's your opinion on Alexander Usyk versus Dubois?
Usyk. Dubois is a great fighter. I don't take nothing away from him, but Usyk's on a different level.
Yeah,
You know what I
skill
mean? He
difference.
can fight. That guy, he's on a different level.
Yeah, I like to watch him
I'm
fight.
not saying that he's on a different level, like, no, but he's like, he can box, he can punch a little, he's a lefty, he's smart, he can fight.
Yeah, I feel
Got a
like
great chin.
I feel like he had a better punch at cruiserweight. He had a better punch, but he moved up to heavyweight.
Yeah.
And now he knows, okay, speed.
Yeah, he uses what he uses his God-given talent, which is speed, smartness, IQ, you know. all that.
Then whenever the opener's there, he goes
bang,
for it. Then
yeah, then he's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tyson Fury, that guy he's 6'9",
Yeah.
and Tyson Fury is boom, 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 boom. Then Usyk gets that one shot, and he's out on his feet,
Yeah.
moving around.
Yeah, Tyson Fury's a different breed too. Another one, you know. It was good. Those two were great fights. You know. Tyson Fury, he's such a great fighter. You know what I mean? But the style is just. You could probably Tyson Fury fight him 10 times and probably lose 9. Close, or win 9. Depends how it is. You know what I mean? Like him too. It's kind of like the close fight, you know.
And they actually might be fighting again. Usyk saying that he wants Dubois, then Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury said, "I'm ready."
Hey, there you go.
What's your opinion on that?
Well, if they fight, I think Tyson should probably grab a little fight in between ring rust, and then at that age, he's 35 now.
Yeah, 34, 35.
Yeah, at that age, you know what I mean? You need, you're not 20s no more, so. But if anyone can do it, he can do it.
Everybody wants to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. I feel like that'll bring so much money.
Oh, it would for the heavyweight, but I think, me personally, I think Tyson Fury all day long. If he gets some fight, then he gets sharp again.
Yeah, I believe Tyson Fury will beat Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
I feel like Tyson Fury is above Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua is a good class fighter.
He's a fighter. He's a great fighter. I mean, he's a world champion.
I was shocked when he lost to Dubois. I was like, I was absolutely shocked.
Yeah.
And tell me about the run here today. And
The run, I was great. I used to have a run years ago, but this is our first annual and it's great. I mean, it's great. People came out. You know, next year we just get bigger and bigger now. I mean, when you're trying to get a race, how many people come? But it's a decent amount. But as it builds up and people know about it, it'll get bigger and bigger.
yeah,
It's great for you to come down from New York. That's awesome. You know what I mean? Thank you so much.
About 5 hours to get here, but it was worth it.
Yeah, thank you.
Because you're my favorite fighter, and I got to interview my favorite fighter.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
From watching your movie when I was like 11 years old, just watching, and now I get the chance to interview you today, which is really awesome. I get to interview my favorite fighter today.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And that's all I got to say today on the interview.
Thank you, bud. Thank you.